our final video on reflections takes us to our last rule, which I have written out here for us, is when we're talking about diagonal lines and very specific diagonal lines, y equals x and y equals negative x. This is y equals x and this is y equals negative x. Okay, and we have rules for these. Don't even try counting. It gets confusing. Don't do it. Use your rules. It's 1,000 degrees easier. Okay, so if we're reflecting across y equals x, we just take our points, our coordinate point, and flip the x and the y. If we're reflecting across y equals negative x, so this goes this way and this goes this way, then we take our points and we flip the x and the y and we change the sign. Which means we're going to flip across y equals x here. Okay, so we're going to take our points, they're already written out for us, yay. So we're going to take our points, we have x and we have y, and remember we have to write out our rule, right? Okay, every time write out the rule. It's not busy work, it is helping you remember what you need to be doing so you don't get confused. Okay, so y equals x, our rule is we flip them. So we just take -2, -5. We just switch places, that's it. 4, -3. 1, -1. Flip places, you're done. That's it. This is the easiest one, I think. Now, if we're flipping across y equals negative x, our rule is that we flip them and change the sign. Okay? So, remember that you must write the rule on every one or you will not get free credit. You will not get full credit. You won't get free credit either. Okay? So, we need to figure out what our points are. So we've got S, A, J, T. So S is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I just did that. I'm okay. So up 2, 1, 2. There we go. I'm okay. And then A is 1, 2, 3. -1. J is, looks like 4, -3, and T is 5, -2. So then we take and we write S prime, A prime, J prime, T prime, and we flip them and change the sign. So 4, -2 becomes -2, -4. 3, -1 becomes +1, -3. J prime, we flip them. So the -3 becomes positive and the 4 becomes negative and they switch spots. -2 becomes +2 and +5 becomes -5. And then we can graph those and see how we did. So -2, -4, is S prime, +1, -3 is A prime, +3, -4 is, J prime, and +2, -5 is T prime. So when we connect those, we have the same shape, if I actually hit the points, okay? And it looks like it reflected, as it did, right across that y equals -x. Again, if there's a graph, graph. If there's no graph, don't graph. This and this are your required work. If there is a graph, then I will also need to see your graph. So this is kind of a summary of what we've done. We didn't really talk about this, so don't worry about that. Okay, so this was the first video for reflections, these two. And then this is what we just did. Okay, oh, it doesn't have y equals negative x on here, does it? And then don't forget, if you're crossing like x equals -1 or y equals +4 or something like that, then you count. Okay, so please make sure that you have written down these rules, made yourself notes so you remember which one goes with what in your own words. And we'll do lots of practice and ask questions in class.